Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman and I'm here at the Peacock Gym with the one and only Masood Abdullah, who looks to make his third outing in the pro ranks this weekend. Masood, how's life treating you?
Life's amazing so far. I'm happy to be put on this show. Just looking forward to propelling my career forward a little bit more, just one step at a time.
Masood, let's talk about that. Tell me about you getting the call for being on the show this weekend and you kind of pushed on your career. How do you feel your kind of career's gone since you've kind of made that professional switch?
Personally speaking, I feel like I could have had a bit more fights, but I understand the circumstances, COVID. There's a lot of people out there that, haven't had fights. I'm fortunate enough to actually be able to compete and be able to be put on big shows. It's good and it's bad. I understand the pros and I understand the cons.
Paul Holt at the weekend is the opponent, much experienced. Paul Holt obviously naturally will be more experienced because he's been in the ring in the pro ranks a lot longer than you have. You've been making your major debut not too long ago, but what do you expect to see, or the challenges you expect Paul to pose?
I expect him to be very durable. I expect him, because he's southpaw, so I expect him to give me good different angles, come out, give me a good fight, and I just want a good show. That's it.
Masood, your last two fights, you've won them both conclusively by stopping or knocking out your opponent. It's important for you to kind of keep that thing going because, in boxing, everyone loves great fighters, but one thing they love more than that is knockouts, finishes, stoppages. It's important for you to keep that going?
Personally, for me, I couldn't care less.
Okay.
I don't care about stopping people. I don't care about anything else aside from, displaying good boxing skill. In my last fight, I think people saw me punch the corner of the ring. And the reason why is because the fight got stopped a little too early and I didn't get to show a lot of skill, and that was where my frustration came in. Because that's all I want to do. I want to be able to show good array of different skills, good arsenal of different abilities, and that's the only thing I want to do. Perform well.
My first time, I told you before we started the interview about me seeing previous interviews of yourself and you coming up on my radar from that point, but also you kind of come up on the radar from my personal point of view because there's a recent kind of emergence of British Asian talent coming through. You got yourself, Hamza Shiraz popped in and out, spoke to Hamza earlier, Shabazz Masood's there, Akif Fiaz coming through. There's a lot of emerging good Asian talent coming through and you're part of that crop. And you've got Amir Khan, who's obviously over at the other side of London doing this thing with Kell Brook there. And he's kind of got one foot out the spot, or maybe even two, this might be his final fight there. Do you kind of see there's an opportunity now for one or maybe more of this talent coming through to kind of take that flag from Amir and kind of wave it proudly in these next coming years?
Definitely. There's a lot of Asian boxers that are competing. There's a lot of different skills. There's a lot of different types of talents that's coming around. I'm just happy that I'm one of the first few Afghans to actually compete. I want to be the first Afghan to actually become a world champion as well because it's never been done before. Just like winning the ABAs, no other Afghans has done it before. So I want to be the first of everything. Let's see how far I can take it.
This card is obviously headlined by Lyndon Arthur and Arthur-Yarde, who will end their rivalry this weekend. A great fight which people are expecting to see. What do you expect to see to happen in that fight?
I'm going to be honest, I'm expecting similar stuff to the last fight. I'm expecting Yarde to come out a little bit overly confident, try and knock him out, and then I'm going to expect him to gas out a little bit. Lyndon's just going to, evade his power shots, keep jabbing away, keep tapping away, and win, with majority of the decision. I feel like it will be a repeat.
And over last weekend, hopefully you did see the fight. It was an amazing fight. Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr. George Kambosos Jr. stunned. Teofimo Lopez captured the titles. What did you make of that fight?
Oh, that was an interesting fight. It was an exciting fight. I do have to say, Teofimo Lopez has gone down in my category of boxers that I kind of lost respect to. And this has nothing to do with his in-ring activity. Again, a fight's a fight. You fight however you do. You can't dictate too much of what's going on. But it's his after fight press conference, interrupting his opponent, didn't show a lot of skill, didn't show a lot of class, came up with a whole bunch of excuses. I say if you're going to win with class. If you're going to lose with class. Don't come out like an aggressive idiot or just do dumb things where you really disrespect your opponent. It's a sport of class, and let's show that. That's the only thing I have to say.
Also on that undercard, in the super featherweight division, Azinga Fazule fought against Kenichi Ogawa. Kenichi Ogawa captured the vacant IBF title there. Did you catch that fight too?
I did not know, but I think I saw like a few highlights. It was a good. I heard it was a good fight, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a hell of a lot of boxing, but I do watch a lot of British boxing, like a lot of fights that happen here. So hopefully I'll get a chance to watch that fight.
No worries, not a problem at all. Let's take this back to you. I mean, obviously that's the world scene, but that'll be a while away for you. But like, where do you see your kind of career coming in the next 1, 2, 3 years? Where do you want to be?
Personally speaking, I'm not here to wait about. I don't want to take too much time trying to have journeyman after journeyman after journeyman. I want to propel my career forward. My second fight was a 50-50 fight. My opponent had, one stoppage within the first round, just like me. I had it in the second round. I want to test myself. I want to propel my career forward. I want to be able to fight for a British title within 2 years, 2-3 years, and just see where I can take this. I don't want to hang about. That's what I'm trying to say.
Masood, you won't be hanging around at the weekend. You've got your fight coming up with Paul. What can people who will be watching the fight expect to see from you?
A array of boxing ability. I want to be able to show I can move, I can hit, I can defend, I can show different types of style, different types of looks. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most, just trying to display my skill.
So for people who are watching this interview and want to follow your journey, where can they find you on social media?
So my social media tag is Masood1. But yeah.
Masood, absolute pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you so much.
No worries.